This was the least scary horror movie I've seen in a long time. I think I would classify it more under a suspenseful supernatural mystery rather than a true horror movie. The exact nature of Chauncey the bear never does get completely resolved, but becomes ever clearer as the movie moves forward. He's either an imaginary friend that came to life or a demon that assumed the form of an imaginary friend or a wandering spirit that gravitated to children. At any rate, something along those lines. There are two aspects of this movie that deserve comments from someone like me. Unfortunately, I've bitten off more than I can chew this week, so you only get to hear one of them. Chauncey helps the little girls under his care to establish a connection to his world. There's a lot of ambiguity about what that means exactly, but the ritual does involve two elements of note: fire and blood. It has always fascinated me that in rituals around the world through all deep time, these two elements have been sources of deep and powerful magic. In China, India, Central America, the Middle East, and Europe, providing the blood of a sacrifice and offering it over fire has been one prominent way to establish and even gain power over the unseen realm. I'm sure there are places that don't have these kinds of rituals. I've never heard of them among native Australians or Polynesian people, but that could be my ignorance. But the degree to which they are spread and established without dependence has always fascinated me. Normally, this is a way that we can establish something as objectively real. One person might be imagining a thing. In rare cases, two closely associated people might share a delusion, but the more people observe and report the same things with more and more independence, the more likely that it's objectively true. If it were only people in the Middle East that practiced some kind of blood magic, we could easily chalk it up to a superstition that one person imagined and then more and more people picked up. Even if it were just the people in traversable the land mass of Eurasia, then maybe someone centuries ago thought of it, and it spread to the entire old world. How did the people of Central America get it, though? Certainly if it goes back to the common ancestors of Europe, Asia, Africa, and America, that's pretty much the ancestor of everyone. Isn't it? Fire has turned out to be a very powerful element in its own right. We cook with it, we manufacture with it, we heal with it. We can guess the ancients saw the utility in fire and incorporated that into their religion. That doesn't explain blood, though. What could have motivated the ancients to imagine blood as some kind of fissile fuel for nuclear reactors? I've always wondered if there was some truth to the claim. I'm not sure how we would go about testing for that. I'm not really sure what kind of power we're looking for. I'm not sure that we should put a lot of effort into finding out what power is in blood. If we could show that blood is power, how would we go about restraining the use of that power by those willing to hurt just to get what they want?